difference.
That's not true. The first robot president won by exactly 1 vote.
Ah, yes, John Quincy Adding Machine. He struck a chord with the voters when he pledged not to go on a killing spree.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get our coffee going, and we'll get right to it. Let's take our Futurama and put that off to the side. All right. What fun. So on a 10-tick renko bar. All right. So you would have wanted to be paying attention this morning. Hamabot caught 2 entries, 1 entry here, 1 entry here. Okay, we got out here, but we got back in here. We would have stayed all the way in until here. So it looks like we would have sold. Okay. And it looks like, yeah, maybe even taking a short here. It looks like it certainly is taking a short position. So, even though we've got a long target up here. What is that little Hamabot doing? I mean, the signal was valid. I mean, at least from here to go short. Interesting. There we go. Here we're starting to turn on her. Alright, so we're not a long target anymore. People are starting to go short. Very good. And even though they're saying don't short AMC stock, I mean, you have to. That's the other side of the market. There's no other way. What goes up must come down. At least that's what I was always told when I let my balloons go. It'll come back down, don't worry. Yeah, but I'll never get it back. Yeah, but someone else might. Yeah, but it'll be all flat by then. It won't be worth anything. Balloons are no fun when they're flat. Okay. So it looks like we're looking at our percent R. We've still got our percent R and our Chande bot pulled up here. All right. Now we're on a 10 tick here. Well, looks like clean was added to the YouTube daily examples. Okay. And we can pull out to say the 1 hour chart. See, Monday we went bullish again. And you see we got green. Hamabot got in, let's see, on Monday at 49.61. So you'd be up $10 on your shares. All right. And this consolidation box here, it works well. All right, let's bring this out to the 1 hour chart. 20-day. And we would have caught this run here. Very good. Let's see what's going on here. And it looks like we would have caught in here. Okay. That's 58.40. Really, this would have been the signal to take. This one or this one. Those would have been the ideal entries. Right now, it looks like people are going to be profit-taking. See, people just came in way short. Yeah, big sellers. Okay. So let's check out our 4 YouTube example on the daily and see what stocks are on it. Okay. Of course, AHT, AMC, APRN, BNGO, CLF, Clean, Kin, Neo, Sens, SPI, and Torch. Okay. Now, let's go down and check our market sentiment lists. And our moving scalper, too. Alright, so our market sentiment on the daily, AMC, ARVL, EDU, KIN, MNKD, NEO, and Ocugen. Those have the market sentiment right now. Let's see if any have it with a Darvis buy signal. And it's likely that they don't. And we'll check this one, this market sentiment. That's got Apple, AMC, DraftKings, Lee Auto, and TIGR. These have been popular. Okay. Looks like we might be going short here. Looks like BB and Clove were added to the Kapok Weekly, so they're finally coming up. Yeah, if it comes up above on the Kapok Weekly, that's a good signal for a bullish move. So that means that they're going to get sneaky. Very good. All right. Now let's check out our... Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's do the accumulation swing index. That was showing things yesterday. And our Momo LBR on the daily, that's a very, very good scan. It finds the movers pretty well. And we'll have to go and pull up our reversals list. Looks like a lot of people are tuning in. We might be having too much traffic. Nope. All right. Well, let's check out our vortex. And we've got our vortex and a four-way vortex scan. And looks like MNKD is on that list. Vortex, vortex, vortex daily, vortex scan, Roblox, EDU, and TAL. Okay. Okay, some of the other stocks we've seen this morning on the other lists. Many of them are showing up, across them all. So those would be the ones to possibly focus on. Now, where's that four-way? Hiya. All right, now this is going to scan on 4 different, time frames, so it takes a minute to propagate. So while we give that a chance to catch up here, show us what's really going on. I mean, either it's working hard to catch up or... And these we want to know too, when it crosses above on the daily. And if it's a 150. Or we could just say when it crosses. So the 4-way didn't seem to have anything popping up. Alright, let's go refresh our coffee. I'll be back in a moment. All right. If you waited, thank you. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe. Help the channel grow. We'd like to get monetized. That'd be great. Let's check out the money flow in on the daily. And as far as I've found out there, I'm the only channel that goes through the watch lists the way that I do. With so many different types of scans that we might be using. Okay. And let's go for our trend noise periods. Okay, let's see if we can find anything here. And then there's one that has to do with standard error. Let's see if we can find something there. Okay, so the standard error is finding plenty of, looks like they're all the same thing, though. Okay. Very good. Now let's edit this and see what it's finding and why it's finding only just those things. Oh, I mean, I guess because of the change here, and it's on the monthly. Let's get rid of that. Hit save. Hit OK. Watch it change. Of course, from 10 to 300%. Now, there we go. So there's probably a bunch more stocks. We need to put in some more criteria there. So let's go on the Kapok Weekly here, and we can see BB and Clove. All right. And let's go look at the Kapok on the day is true. And when it's true on the day, that's also important. That will show off a move. Okay, let's go and look for our Arun reversal list. Let's check out bullish first. Okay, we need to tighten that list up some. And we'll see if there's anything on the pop finder, but the Arun bullish also has many of the other same ones that were on all of the other lists. So as you can see, there's more than one way to find the same information. The many times NEO is the only one on the Awesome 3 at the moment. You will find the same information across multiple different types of scans. And this is the pop finder. So these are ones that are going to be having the pops today. They're going to pop off, market open, and then they're going to fizzle right out. Okay. And let's go and look for our Arun reversal on the daily. And we can see the ones that are going to be having, quick and fast moves. this list may be taking its good old time here. Let's go over here into our range. We can even look at it in a tick setting if we wish. And let's pull up a custom study. Now, this is one that we haven't built on the channel, so you aren't necessarily able to get it, but you can go out into the world and get it and download it. Okay, now this is a custom squeeze indicator, okay, but it also incorporates a moving average. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to change our length from 20 up to 55, okay. We're going to hit OK, we're going to hit apply, and we're going to see exactly what that squeeze looks like, okay. Now, as you can see with AMC, look at the squeeze. It is about to blow. Literally about to blow, nearly sitting on 0, okay? Now, on the shorter term squeeze indicator, you're not able to see it, okay? But with this one, you can, all right? Now, I'm working on getting this one put up on the, let's say, money flowing in, money flowing out, recognizing some bull flags and some VWAP on there. Things like that, okay? You can even adjust from exponential all the way, you know, through, picking simple as well, and adjust your, you know, moving average length. This one is 20, okay? So we can leave that to 21, so you're kind of getting a 21 and 55 cross, or even if you pull that all the way out to the 1/5, all right, say $1.50, that'd be about $1.50. All right, so wait till that shows up, and you can see that we've recently gotten our buying pressure back, all right, and that this is the bottom and the start of the squeeze, okay? So look here, as you can see, we are starting to gain some momentum here this morning in a 5-tick chart. All right, now I'll pull this back out to say a 10-tick so you can see a little broader spectrum. And I'll get rid of the consolidation box so we don't have as many lines on the, you know, chart here. All right, as you can see, now on a 10-tick chart spread out to a 150. All right. You can see your buying and your selling pressure where you should be making your moves to and fro. All right, but it looks like the waves of this ocean are starting to settle down here. All right, but when you get this line popping out here, that is a signal to go short, unfortunately. All right, so this is a signal to go short, and when it pops out of the yellow, that's your signal to buy. All right, so right now we are looking, or from here, this was, you know, people should have been taking shorts. Maybe even from here when it started to really curl over, okay? But what's going to happen is these are going to, you know, consolidate and wiggle waggle and probably go, you know, on back up. See these moving averages right now, they cross multiple times to confuse set algorithms. But as you can see, our Chende percent and our percent R are pointing in the upwards direction. So this would be considered a bit of a divergence, I would say. You know, being that this is coming down and the price action is coming up, we can look for a potential reversal soon. Okay. And given this morning's, you know, bull bear action, I mean, yes, we've had, you know, some good times, but, you know, reading these blocks, you know, looks like on every one of these solid blocks, there's no buying happening. But on the square bricks, that is showing a trend. You know, the hollow brick. Very interesting. All right, let's zoom out here. So we can see that this wave isn't very much. This is a bit of an undertow. This is a little bit of a splash. So we can expect, you know, a bit more of a push downwards here this morning. And that's all right. So our reversalist hasn't come up with anything yet. It's being a little ornery today. So let's do the 5200 death cross and see what we have here. Very good. And let's go down and look at our other death cross list. For the daily. And see what that one comes up with. But when your averages cross over, you know, that's a good time you might want to be getting short. All right? But with these particular signals here, and some divergences, you know, let's start to look for a reversal. And if we want to be sure of that, let's pull out our TPL. Yeah. Here we go. And that's time and price. I mean, it's a very detailed study. Deserves its own video. It has its own video. Okay. You know, we've got our point of control here. You know, our high and our low value. And really, the way I use this is I look for these gaps in the volume because those are gaps where orders can be filled and placed, okay? And these big extensions are supports. And where we find the biggest supports or the most, let's just say we run our pencil across, we find where we have the most touches, you know, where it's solid line. You know, that's about where we find our support at. This is a nice gap line here. Interesting. So where's that at? That's at 61.43. So they have some room to fill some orders and run there. They have some room here at the 55.44, so I could see them pushing it down just under the point of control and then bouncing back upwards. Okay. And bring that out to the 1 hour. And let's see how that point of control looks. Oh, wow. See, everything's way down here, and this is the high value. Their point of control is way down here. So it seems like they have lost control. Okay. Let's take our 5-minute. Very good. Okay, so, and if we get a push down, it'll go all the way down to here, or even, you know, here, this $49 level. It, you know, sometimes goes down into the support, you know, 3 zones, you know, way down here. It's a very likely thing to happen. But it looks like this is where everybody is accepting the price for now. And it looks like first thing morning open, we're going to try to get it pushed down under this point of control. And your first stop might be, you know, it's in this area. So, you know, your first support along the line is at 56.86. So, but if we come down to, say, the 57.52, that would be the time to start adding to your position. Okay. Looks like our death cross list does not want to work. It says, no soup for you. Alright, we can try the Holy Grail, but it's not likely to work. When it does work, I do share it, though. And this one's based on many different, you know, scanning parameters. That's why it half the time never works. Okay, but as you can see with our, you know, squeeze indicator here, when we start to get our buying pressure here, our signal to go long, we also get our buying pressure here, and our Hammer bot sees it as well. Okay? And then you could take the ins and outs, you know, whatever, but as long as this was in, you know, good buying action, you know, above the moving averages, you were in good shape to stay in. Okay, but once we started to fall right here, this was the time to go short. All right. Now we're going to wait until buying pressure changes, because technically we are in a bearish situation. Wait for people to start buying it back up again. All right. Now we could take out another, squeeze indicator just to see how the squeeze is on the squeeze. Okay. And I think that's going to be the Squeeze Pro 1. And we may have to get rid of something. All right, so let's get our P&L out of there. We know that the strategy is good and it works. It makes money. It's green. Perfect. All right. And so we can start looking for these squeezes within a squeeze. Okay, and it'll even tell you when it's being squeezed. Okay, see, it just lit up with a red dot. And when you get a single red dot squeeze, those are exploding types of movements, very explosive types of movements. A single red dot squeeze, okay, and we're in a squeeze right now on the 30-minute time chart. All right, and let's check this out on the lower. All right, and yeah, I mean we are still going up and haven't on the 150 started to underperform the market. We are getting back in. It looks like we did respect the lines that we had here up until we had this breakout. Now, when we had this breakout, that would have been the time, to buy. Very good. All right, looks like there's no grail for today. And let's check this out on the weekly. Very good. So you can see we came out of our buying pressure back here on the weekly. And if we were to go by our specially designed squeeze indicator, all right, and specifically altered, we would have taken our signal based on this indicator right here at $8.46, okay? Or maybe even, somewhere right when it pops under, 767. Okay, now our other signals and indicators caught this way before. Okay, we could have used this one to catch the signal back here, okay, at a low of 276 or 1055, but of course I was well aware right around here at this in this candle. Now when I saw this candle here, I got out in the $3 $4 range. Just didn't make sense. It was like, what is that? Of course, had I had this particular indicator, I would have stayed in. I did not have that at that time. We are all still learning. Holy Grail on the 15-minute GLOP is showing a big pullback and ready to run. So let's look at GLOP here. All right, and it looks like GLOP did have that big giant run, and this is what happens. Every single time you get a good golden crossover, they raise the price. And look, see the point of control way up here, but here is the actual middle. Yeah, so here is where we might expect a gap fill, or where I would set my orders, if not right in here at the strongest point, okay? But right where the crossover is, that should be when price really starts to take off. But they prematurely raise price in anticipation for the crossover, knowing that computer algorithms will go for the crossover. They'll take the trade, and now they're stuck because they missed the move, okay? But anyway, that is the weekly chart on GLOP. Let's look at the daily chart, okay? The daily chart looks like our time where we were to buy, and see here, see how this also did this premature thing. Even though we got the crossover, it hiked it up big time before the crossover happened. That's what caused the crossover. But had you bought in here, you wouldn't have made any profit until here. That's it's a pretty long time to wait, and that's pretty much what spooks people out. Had we taken the signal here on our indicator, basically it kind of just consolidated right all through here. It was just, it didn't do anything. we would have had to wait for, this signal or buying, the pullbacks, of course. Reading our indicators, taking our proper position. And, of course, see this red dot squeeze right here? All right, red dot squeeze, and then price gets pushed up. So we look for those. Okay, now let's try our reversal on the daily one more time. And if nothing comes up, we'll go right on to our Darvis boxes. I think we'll call it a day. We'll wait for the market to open. Gas log partners, LP. Okay, so that's propane. I guess propane stock could be going up given, the summer. All right. It looks like nothing is populating on my Darvis lists either. All right. So there are no Darvis signals on the daily. And the daily signals are the ones I like to look at. Go back in my other videos if you want to learn how to get your auto trading on, where you just kind of set it and forget it, walk away. You can get auto trading fast with the %R bot. Let's see. I think that there's quite a few other bots that we have that we can use. But definitely go back and check those videos out. Okay, looks like our squeeze alert, our 6-way squeeze alert, which is very specific, scanning on 6 different time frames for a squeeze all at the same time, should it find one, and a break above a Fibonacci moving average type of scan as well. Yeah, that could be a good one. Let's look for the ADX or Smart ADX. Four-way daily. And it seems we're running just a little bit slow this morning. These lists should be working just fine, and I know that they work. This one I know is working. This one should work just fine. There should be plenty of stocks above the Bollinger Band midline, so there's no reason why it shouldn't be popping things up. Very good. Let's check out Tesla here. Oh, looks like Tesla. Oh, goodness. Wow. Tesla is going to pop up today if this is true. Very good. Look at that point of control. That is way up here. You know, the accepted stock price is at, 610. So on a 10-tick chart, we are way under our point of control. Pushed way below. That's not a terrible thing. Let's check our 1-hour chart. Okay, and it looks like we are just under, pushed below. Like I said, you'll get a push below the point of control, and it'll be almost real within this this gap here. All right, looks like we're seeing buying pressure here, but selling pressure here. So looks like long-term slowing down, but short-term pushing up. We're looking at a crossover right now. A crossover and a possible divergence. Looks a little bit like a hidden divergence. Okay, see this consolidation all through here. So let's see how these react. Maybe this turns blue again and starts to take off. All right. Well, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Join the Discord. And I will catch you in the next video.